One Piece chapter 1148 is here, and it begins with Rania being led off of the tree branch while smiling, while comforting everyone. It's okay. It'll be fine. She says, what's going on? It's weird, huh? But I'm fine. Don't worry. I'll be just fine. I know it. It's no big deal. And you can see like even the sweat kind of coming off of her in that first panel, well, in a couple of the panels as she's going closer and closer to the edge, as she's hanging off of this tree branch. We know the underworld is down below. We also know that that's a really big splat, so it probably won't matter what is down below. Either way, it's not gonna go well. Of course, if she does fall, we do have some heroes down beneath, but it would take a major coincidence for one of them to catch her. But I mean, you know. But Gunko and Summers are letting each other know. First one's set up to plummet. No worries. Broadcast the whole thing. Make sure they hear her scream. And Summers tells them, give the orders to your school teacher. Tell her to light the school and library on fire. So burn the school and library. Burn your past and your future. Or actually, he kind of lays it out pretty directly. He says, oh yeah, it's your culture and your history. I want it all gone. You can't try to preserve books. You can't try to save anything. It's the principle of the matter. I want everything that makes you, that makes Elbaf its own identity. I want it all gone. You're just our slaves in this war. I just want you to fight on our side, and I'm not interested in you maintaining anything about yourself to do it. It's a pretty massive insult. I mean, obviously it's a great villainous threat, but also to just directly tell them, you're my slaves, burn your own identity down, and serve me. It's very Celestial Dragon. It's very world government. It matches what we've seen up to this point, but just the audacity, it still just makes me go, oh my goodness. But you know, this call for burning everything down or else we murder your children, this demand that they're making is more than just you know, burn this down or children. It is a direct insult to them. It is a direct bow down before us or we murder your next generation. And we have debate within the Giants too. Are we actually going to bend the knee to them? This is a blow to our pride, to our identity. This is a turning point for Elbaf. Are we really going to be the type of warriors that bend the knee under threat? And then the other side is, our children are gonna die. Yes. Yes. You know, but this back and forth between the warriors of, do we fight, split into two groups, fight the monsters, save the children? Do we issue the orders to burn everything down? Do we tell them no and stand our ground and let the children fall? There's this deliberation, this argument within them, within the masses of what's the right move here? What do we do? What do we believe is the more important thing? And for many of them, the most important thing does seem to be their identity, their culture, their past, their history, everything that makes them Elbaf. They don't want to lose their nation's pride to this threat. And for the others, they say, no, humanity, our next generation, our people, our children, that's what's most important. So the deliberation among them as well, I think, is really important to show here. This line from Nami, are you literally insane? Even the worst, most vicious criminals across the world don't take children hostage. To which I say, what? Yes, they do. Even in One Piece world, you were one of them, Nami. You were a child taken hostage. What? I mean, I don't know, maybe she was just trying to get in his head. But anyway, the best part of the chapter for me was easily Robin attacking him, showing what she can do. I was really worried that this is going to be another Rebecca and Kairos kind of situation where Robin would be off to the side protecting the children and Scopper Gaban would come in and do most of the action. But Robin was a star in this chapter, hitting him with the full force of, I guess this must be fishman karate technique, but then also grabbing his neck and breaking his neck by pulling it back like that, and grabbing his arms too and pulling those forward. So she's taking his arms and his neck and pulling them in opposite directions, snapping his neck like that. It's so disturbing. It's such a grotesque move. She was an assassin, but there she is. There's Assassin Robin. She hasn't come out in a long time. She's had her crew to protect her. She's happily just a part of the team. She lets them take lead. She'll join if she needs to, like in Wano, when she turned into Demon Robin for a moment, but for the most part, she sits back. She doesn't feel like she has to be the muscle, even though she has the ability to do so. But here she is, everybody else is tied up, and she steps up and reminds us of how powerful she really is. And it's so gross to see him after he had his neck snapped so severely to just stand up and just kind of like crack it back into place and be ready to go some more. But it actually scared me when she wrapped herself around him and threw them both off the cliff to try to get him outside of range. And at first I'm thinking, Robin, no! You have a million hands! Just shove him down and keep extending your arm with more arms until you get him out of range. Why would you throw yourself over the cliff's edge? No one is there to protect you. What could you possibly be doing? But I thought she must have some sort of plan. And then the spikes ran through her. It was very emotional. But, you know, then she started to disappear and I realized, Clone Robin, of course, Clone Robin. Now, she did get a spike, not only, you know, through her arms, her legs, her chest, but also straight through the skull. And she doesn't seem to care. Real Robin is over here just trying to untie things. Most of her concern seems worried that they don't have a lot of time left and that she can't get through the restraints without Gunko also being out of range or defeated. So I don't know, like, she doesn't seem fussed at all. Not even a headache. She's not even like, oh, my head. Like, it doesn't seem to be affecting her at all. So I don't know if in the next chapter, if they do get free, maybe Robin's gonna keep on and we're not gonna see the pain that she's through because she's been through quite a lot of pain. She probably knows how to compartmentalize. And then maybe after everyone is free and they start moving, then Robin collapses because she's just endured all this pain and now she doesn't have to keep fighting through it. And so she just surrenders to the horrible pain that she's experienced. Maybe that's what's gonna happen. But Summers is just hanging by a thorny rope. I mean, nothing seems to put him off. He's still doing the countdown. He's still going after the plan. It doesn't matter what happens to him. He's just non-pulsed. And again, I must say, what an awesome villain. Like, his monologuing, his ideals that are very disturbing, his calm demeanor no matter what comes at him. I don't know, I really like him. But our little one says, I want to say this. I love the school. It's where my friends are. I love the library too. The books tell about places all around the world. The teachers at school taught me this lesson. You mustn't cause trouble for other people. You mustn't do things that make them upset. Now to that I object, but it does seem to be in line with what we know of Elbaf culture up to this point. We found out that not only do they not fight anymore, but they claim that they don't even issue insults to one another or like name calling or anything. No amount of violence of any type is accepted unless it's hurled at Colin. No amount of violence is accepted in this culture, and so I could see how this teaching would be a part of their culture. Just don't cause any trouble for anyone, don't make anybody upset. It's also possible that this is just a child's understanding of a more nuanced topic, but anyway, the point is she wants to sacrifice herself. If we lose the school and library in order to stop me from falling off the branch, that would be really sad and make everyone upset. So I think I should fall instead. Don't worry, I'll be all right. I'm a lucky girl. I bet everything will turn out fine. That's so sad. This child, it's a very childlike idea. I'm not supposed to make people upset. I'm not supposed to make people sad. That's what I've been taught, I think, as far as I can comprehend. So people would be sad if we lost the library and the school, so I should just sacrifice myself. And of course, sweet child, if you are sacrificed, everything doesn't go away. All the problems don't disappear. Summers doesn't leave. Gunko doesn't leave. The next child will just be sacrificed until the library and school are burned down. But It's the simplicity of this logic coupled with the genuine heart of her actions, why she wants to do this and how she's okay with losing her life if it means the better of everyone else. It's such a sweet scene, even though I don't know this girl. I don't know nothing about her. I mean, we saw a flash of all of these characters for a second, but I don't know her. But it's still such a sweet scene from her. Anyway, Ural says, Anji, set fire to the school. Anything to save this kid. And the flash, and then he says, burn down the library. He wants to save the children above everything else. And, you know, we see Saul, we see Anji, we see, most importantly, Robin. You know, it seems to me, accepting that this is what needs to happen, this is the most important thing, but also, oh no, our history, our culture, for Robin O'Hara, it's all going down in flames. And for Robin, this is a recent revelation that this stuff is still here, that there's still opportunity, that she's only just started cracking open these books. Everything that her family died for is alive, and now she's gonna watch it burn again. And then on top of that, I assume she's in tremendous pain that she must be suppressing, and now she has more thorns wrapped around her, and she's bound while her friends are shouting, Robin, run, do something, by the friends who are also bound and can't run and can't do something. So she's probably annoyed too, on top of everything else. Anyway, Scopper Gaban is the other awesome factor of this chapter, because one, he rushes in at the 11th hour, and I love it, but two, I think he has some sort of haki or some utilization of haki that allows him to suppress the regeneration. I assume that's what's happening. Somehow, Summer seems to not be able to regenerate, at least for this moment. Maybe it's a stalled regeneration, maybe it's a slow regeneration, maybe he can actually just suppress it. Like, maybe there's something that he's coated his blade with that makes it so that there is no way to reattach or to regrow. Even if it's a suppressed regeneration, even if it's just on a delay, that still gives us a huge leg up. That still gives us so much that we didn't have before, which I'm excited about, because, you know, we're integrating. That's not the word I want. Introducing more and more immortal characters as the story goes on, since we first, you know, got to know the 5 elders, or saw them fought them on Egghead. So eventually we have to find a way around this. Eventually we have to find some way to give notable damage, and we can't just keep, you know, opening up a hockey knot and then running away. There has to be something that we can do to actually defeat our immortal foes. So if there's a technique that we can learn of hockey that can allow us to delay or suppress regeneration, then that could give us just the edge we need to be able to cut through to the heart, or I don't know what is at the core of immortal beings. Or if we can never actually defeat them until we defeat Emu, who I assume is giving them their immortality, because Emu was the one that killed Saturn ultimately and just brought him to dust and bones. So it didn't seem like there was a heart or a source within him, but also, I mean, there still could be. Whatever it is that we need to do, it seems like Gaban is going to be the one to show us how to do it, much like Rayleigh did. So that's pretty exciting. Very excited for what comes next. I still don't know if the kids are going to be kidnapped or not. I still don't. I hope not. I hope we're going to stay on Elbaf a wee bit longer, but I don't know. Gaban is certainly going to fight. So are all the giants that are able to fight for the kids. Robin isn't going to stop fighting, hopefully. We still have Luffy and Zoro and Sanji. Surely they're going to come up from the underworld eventually and also help. So it seems like the odds are in our favor, but we'll just have to see. What do you think about the chapter? What did you love about it? What was your favorite part? What are you not feeling so far? I did notice that that Summer's arm the left one got cut off, but the right one was cut off at the end of the chapter. Mistakes are made. What else do you want to talk about in the chapter, though? What do you think is going to come next? Do you think Gaban is going to teach us a new way of using hockey, or do you think it's something else? Hopefully Robin isn't out of the fight yet, but we'll see. Please do chat with me more in the comments. I would love to continue discussing it. I'll see you again soon. Bye.